Hello? Yes. Boom. Hey. I'm live. I'm alive and live. Hello. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. The mail we can close, I think. I don't think I will go back to the mail. Draw maps. Draw maps one day. Draw maps one day. So, I think it's about time to go back to the random generated events and see if we can use them for something. Whoop. Because I developed the functionality, but then I never really used it, right? And you may ask why. Well, why? Because I always hope that someone else, you know, will help to develop stuff. So to enhance, you know. So I developed the basic, and potentially someone else should should add the data. But everyone is busy, everyone, you know. So I didn't get anyone to actually create the events. And so it means that I have to do it myself, as usual. As usual. Which is okay. I mean, it's fine. I like generated events. Generated events are cool. Oh my god, this music. Shadow of the Beast. Shadow of the Beast. Shadow the Beast. Shadow the Beast. Shadow the Beast. No, but the original one, not the copy. Not the copy. They redid it? No, it's this one. Pa 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 ra pam pam. Insane music, this video game. Shadow of the Beast. Can you believe it? Shadow of the Beast, boys. Released 89. Incredible. Incredible music that you can listen on this channel. Incredible music. You don't realize it, but it's incredible music. I don't want to give it in the hand of a GM to add to the... Why? No, I can... No, we can. Now, what is our strategy though, boys? Because we need to decide how to proceed. As usual, you should not do anything without a plan, right? You should always have a plan. If you don't have a plan, don't do anything, right? So, plan things, please. So, we need a plan. Okay, do I have a plan? I don't have a plan because, you know, my streaming is It's not that I'm preparing for it, right? It's not that I go there and I prepare for something. So generated. I don't have the time to prepare for, unfortunately. I would like to, but I don't. Okay, real mission, random encounters. Wow, I called it random encounters. Wow, we were having still the white background. Unbelievable. We had the white background, boys. Okay, let me see. Random encounters. Random encounters is 2020. 2020, but we had so 2 years ago. But we had a revival in 2022. So when I created the shrines, right? Yeah. When I created the shrine. So the last one is actually this. I didn't extend the parcel for a group of players. Check if the NPC does not respawn on death. Yeah, that's a good question. Add fade in and fade out transition for NPC. Oh my god, it would be so nice, but... Generation of sounds. Generation of sounds. Example shrines. Yeah, so the idea was to start with the shrines, because we have the shrines. The problem of the shrines is that they are... I mean, they require some background information. And I don't know if I'm ready to work on that, but... Okay, this is what we have. So we need to decide. One day I will make a YouTube video with all these pictures, okay? With all these pictures. It will be like one picture every 3 seconds. Like boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Like this, you know? So there will be the whole development of the game in like 3 minutes. That would be nice, huh? That would be nice, I know. I cannot really smile. Well, that's the maximum smile I can get. Okay, so what is our strategy? Should we create a new mission for adding data? Well, what I know is that I worked a bit some time ago to document them, no? Random generated events. I think we have a page on the wiki. A new capability has been added to PS Unreal. Let me see this version history. 2022. I updated in 2022, but it was created in 2020. An event is defined to happen in an area type. It can be, for example, forest or tavern, a specific location. There is a relationship between random events and random event location area type. In addition, there is also a random event location event probability, which is a percentage of chance of the event of happening. Yes. So at the moment in our dummy database, do we have anything? I think we have an example, right? Random events. Area tavern. Our start, our end, probability 100%. Next event 1, proximity. Prerequisite. Yes, I remember all of this. I remember all of this, yes. Yes. Now, the complexity is... Okay, I remember all of this. And by the way, I have something in the plan here for 22 to fix this thing, because I have an event probability that is actually loaded. I don't know why, but probability. So we still have on sectors some information that is derived from the old way of doing, you see? In preload sector, we still have this thing. And at the moment, to my knowledge, sectors do not contain anymore event probability, right? Exactly. So this is failing. This is failing like a boss. Sector event probability, sector event area type. Yes, those two things are actually moved to probability. So I think I can just delete this. I think I can just delete that stuff. It's not relevant anymore, because all of that, we have it in random event. I think there is a new class that is called random event, yes. There is a random event location and a random event class. So actually, yes, the event probability, see, the event probability is here. And the event area type is there, yes. So I need to define the types of location, right? So the idea is that I have skills in range. Skills in range, I think we did it at the end, no? I think we did it. No. We didn't. I mean, why we say that it exists and then it doesn't exist? Skills in range, we didn't do it. That's a pity. That's a pity. It's a Mario. Let me just check current project, skill in range, just to be sure. I forgot the name of the software used for making picture for the board. The PowerPoint? No, it's inside. I mean, it's like PowerPoint, but it's inside. Is inside OpenOffice, and it's called. I don't know. Present, I think. I think it's called Present, but it's inside OpenOffice. Impress. Okay, it's called Impress. OpenOffice Impress. But yes, the official one is PowerPoint, but it's from Microsoft, and you have to pay for it, I assume. But the one from OpenOffice is free, and I mean, it's not as good as PowerPoint, but I like it when you follow your nose and one thing leads to another. At the moment, it seems the chances something will appear. Yeah. Skills in range. So I don't know why we don't have this. So this one actually is not working. The skills in range is not working. So we have skills, but we don't have skills in range. Skills in range I think will be useful to implement though, because you will check. It will check if there are enough skills in a group of player in a certain place, right? Which obviously player may try to fake, you know, with alternate accounts or things like that, but add a new field on the location we say there is an exclusive event. I mean, it cannot happen at the same time in 2 towers. Yeah, that's a good point. I think, you know what we need to do? We need to think about which kind of events we want to have. But seriously. I mean, we need to think about it seriously. Yeah. And I think it's a bit of this part, you know, because we had some of this already. We had you see that what we want to have, right? What we want to have is the right question, because now we have an engine that can do some of it, but what we really want to have, right? Tavern, generic outdoor, religious place, roads, rivers, lake, time, probability. I mean, all of that is already implemented, so total ranks, scripts to run, type and complexity, not interactive, interactive. Wow, cinematic scene with camera movement. Wow. Yes, I want that. I want it now. Fuck. That would be nice to have. I mean, if you could launch a cinematic scene with the camera movement and fake characters that are doing something. But yeah. We got quite a bit of development, but fine. But you know what? In this picture, unfortunately, we don't have a lot of examples. A cat, we have a cat crossing the road. A pterosaur flying in the sky. A ghost speaking. A bard singing. A rare animal appearing. A puzzle. A sequence of event. A cat crossing the road. A pterosaur flying in the sky. A ghost speaking. Yeah, because the... okay. It's not easy, it's not easy, it's not easy, it's not easy. You think it's easy, but it's not easy. Okay. Let's go. New picture. New picture. New picture. Starting from scratch. Random generated events data. Because here the problem is the data. The problem is not to have the functionality. It's to understand what we want as data. And that's what we need. So, the first thing that I think I need to determine is which kind of areas we want to have, right? And the good thing is that in the new implementation that I did, which was a very, very good idea, I basically created a new table dedicated to random event locations, right? So in random event locations, I can decide, I think it's easier if you look at it in the, if you look at it here in the, right? So we can give it a name, right? And the name is whatever we want. And then this is linked to random events where we specify again the area, right? And so we can have an event applicable only to a specific area. So I think that the first question is which kind of area we want. Because I could say tavern. Right? I could say tavern, but is tavern good enough? Is square good enough? Is city good enough? In theory, I could have city. I mean, now, okay, for example, right? No, let's do this. We need to have type of locations, but we also need to have events, right? Events, type of events. So for example, what I'm thinking at the moment is that we would like to have I don't know what is the English word for it, and probably not even the Italian one, but was not cantore, was I cannot find a word. I don't know if it was just a messenger, but probably a messenger, just a messenger. I mean, a mix between a messenger and a bard. There is a name for it. What was the name? What is the name of the people that were sitting in the middle of a square in medieval time and giving news? What is the name for that? There is a precise name for that. Ministrel? Yes, probably Ministrel. No, Menestrel is the one that is actually like a bard. But anyway, apart from that, we don't care. We don't care about the name, because anyway we'll have a first name and a last name. But Crier, maybe Crier. Oh, I think I found it. Araldo was the name I was searching for. Or banditore. Yeah, Araldo. How do you say Araldo in English? Herald? But Herald, I don't know if it's exactly what I mean. But probably yes. Probably yes. I think Herald is the right word I was searching for. I think there is also Crier, but yeah, it's Herald. So let's say we want to have an Herald, right? We want to have an herald giving news, right? We want to have an herald giving news. So basically it's a guy that sometimes is appearing in the square and he's saying something, right? And people may start to listen to him, right? So that is kind of an event that I would like to have, right? I would like to have that. Now, with this idea, there are a number of problems. The first problem is how to generate the news. That's a very big issue. Because at the moment we don't have a way to generate news. But there is something I would like to have anyway. Herald Tribune. No, Herald Tribune is a newspaper. Yes. Now, let me think to something else. I mean, the easiest is the bard in the tavern, right? The easiest is a bard, you know, singing a song or playing a song. Singing is a bit complex, but let's say playing a song in a tavern, right? So a bard could appear and could play a song, right? I think that's nice. Now, the only issue of that, there are also in this one, there are a number of issues, because again, we need a database of songs that he can play, and he should randomly generate one of them. Plus, there is the problem that you may start to speak with him, but we said that we had the busy, I think we had the busy flag, right? We had the busy flag, and the busy flag is stopping any interaction, right? I think we had a busy flag. Yeah, you see busy. Exactly. This busy flag. Yes, there is start of the show, do the show. Now, the big issue here is that, for example, we don't have a way to play a song, which is very annoying. We don't have a way to play a song. Because the question would be, why do you need this, right? Is it a game mechanic? No, it's not a game mechanic. Unless that bard has some information that you can ask him, you know, you can speak with him and get some information. Okay, another one will be a merchant. If you have any ideas, please let me know, okay? If you have any ideas of potential events, let me know. So, another event will be a merchant. Can we generate the inventory randomly? Yes, we can. Okay, perfect. Another will be a merchant with special items. But again, we miss the special items. Well, we can, I don't know if we can generate, can we generate, I don't know if we can generate today a modified weapon. I don't know if I can generate an item with randomized, modifiers. I think we will need this. I think we will need to add we need to add the ability to generate an item with random modifiers or with specific modifiers. And yeah. Now the only problem is merchant with special items. Yes, merchant with special items can be anything. Can be a weapon, but it can also be a specific ingredients or any crafting components or any special armor or whatever. So it can really be anything, right? Now the problem is that in our game, pretty much every item you can already obtain through fighting or finding in chest or things like that, right? So if we want to have special items for the merchant that are appearing only for him, then we need to create them. At the moment we don't have them. Like, for example, it would be nice to have some magic wands that you can use only sometime, and they have to be recharged, and maybe those merchants can actually recharge them, right? But that's another extension of the extension. A newspaper is a contemporary herald, yes. I mean, the internet is the contemporary herald today. Okay, so a merchant with special items I think is a good idea. Then the other one that I wanted to have shrines, right? Shrines giving bonuses or blessings, right? Giving blessing. But I also wanted to have shrines giving information or giving small quests, but that's more complex. That's more complex. But the idea was to have shrines giving you a piece of information, right? Giving blessings is very easy because it's just running a script when you activate the shrine. So it's very, very easy. We can do that already. So we can, whenever you interact with the shrine, we have, I mean, the shrine is an interactable object. And so being an interactable object, we can just associate a script to it. Right? It's not written here though. It's not written here, but we definitely have an interactable actor. We have the script to run. Yes, the script on toggle, right? It is a variable available to any interactable object. And we also have the sound on toggle, which is very nice. So if I make an interactable object with the script on toggle, Let me edit this. I don't remember if this is a progression script or what the hell is that. But I think it's a progression script. I don't think it's a math script, right? Yeah, it's a progression script. It's a progression script that needs to exist before... so it's not a dynamic progression script, is because... that's a bit of a limitation, eh? Because would be nice, yeah, but it's a bit too complex though. Yeah, it's too complex to do it on the fly. So I think it's a predetermined... when activated, the server will run a progression script. A progression script, we'll run a progression script named... we'll run the named progression script. The script needs to exist already in the database, so it cannot be created on the fly, right? So the script on toggle is working now, and also we have the sound on toggle, so I can already trigger the blessing. The blessing is easy, I can do it now. Now the shrine accepting offerings, that is something that also I really wanted to do. But at the moment I don't have a way to do it. I'm thinking, but like you put a certain offerings into the shrine and the shrine is doing something, right? I think that kind of interaction, unfortunately, I don't have. I don't have today that possibility. But I think we would like to have it. So shrine giving information. I mean, this can be done by voice, no, by a voice clip. So, and that we can do already today, because I can play. The only problem is that I cannot do it selected from, you know, selected from a list. So I have to script it. Which is kind of annoying. And also it means that I need to have all the sounds on the client side already. So in theory, if you unpack the game, you can listen to all the sounds, and that's very annoying. Like the sounds are not sent to you, are just in the client. That's super annoying. While written information we can provide. Well, in theory, we could have. I mean, it could give you it could generate an item in your inventory, right? Because if I can run a progression script, I can... I don't know if I have the target as the player that activated that, I don't know. In theory, I only have the shrine. I need to understand if the player that activates the shrine can be the target of... Can be the target... where is that? Can be... can be the target... of the progression event, because the progression event is running. No, in theory I cannot do it today. I cannot give you an item. I can spawn an item on the ground. Yes, that I can do. I can spawn an item, but I cannot give you an item. And I think that is something that we need to expand. Do you have other ideas, boys, of what it can happen? I mean, another the easy one, that is the one that I'm less interested, but is still valid, is obviously a monster. You know, a monster, a pack of monsters. The only point is that those monsters need to have a special loot, right? And I have it here, loot category. You see this one? So actually we can have a specific loot on the, yeah, I think it's okay. So let's say a monster or a pack of monsters with specific loot. That's possible today. That is possible today, and it kind of works. The only problem, as usual, is the transition between. I mean, when the monster appears, right? Because they, at the moment, they just boop, they just pop. While it would be nice to have a kind of an effect. A simple cat running on the street. Yeah, that's a possibility as well. We don't have the cat though. By, yeah, in theory we could have a creature, you know, running around for a bit. We could have items popping up. We could have ghosts. Could have ghosts in specific places. We could have. I'm thinking. A god. A god, you have the shrines. A full god, no, will never be present. But shrines that are representing the god, yes. Shrine representing the god, I think, is possible. Now, okay, let's say that we are happy with this. We are happy with this list. Random encounters. Wait, I think I can get more ideas. Random encounters. Random encounters D&D. There is obviously, there are tables of random encounters in D&D. The problem is that they are only monsters. D&D random generator. Data request is invalid. Holy shit. A polar bear. A fairy dragon. These events are stupid. They're only monster based. They are only monster based. These random encounters are stupid. Yeah, but I knew it was like this. 10 random D&D encounters. Adventure ideas. 8,000 great D&D encounters. Oh my god, what is this? 8,000 great D&D encounter ideas. Do you want to encounter this too? A group of D4 bandits. That is basically monsters. A huge creature that looks a cross between man and wolf. A party come across a small patch of ice which is covered in blood. A party is loud clashing noise, see a huge dragon flying. Player came across a group of villagers. Villagers. I think it would be nice to have random villagers run around the city, no? I mean, what if we have additional random, you know? Unfortunately, but so I don't. Assassin's Creed, right? Or any game where, you know, Assassin's Creed, any Valhalla, no, just any place, right?
Yeah, they're so small. All of the hours that I got to spend Assassin's Creed. Spin to it, so you're well. Fascination. I was worried that the red things that you see, cave system now,
okay,
different outfits, a certain puzzle, you know, whatever.
This guy, right? This guy on the right, this guy, right? This guy is no one, but at the same time, he is also someone, right? And I think it would be nice to have him. It will be nice to have this guy randomly generated in the city that is going from one place to another with a random appearance, with a random name, with a random whatever.
Or like the treasure is, right? And it's so cool. It's like an actual clue that you have to find, and it's located in the world, and you have to do some detective stuff. Why does Assassin's Creed has so little people around? It is not how I remember it. Yeah, like this boy. You see this boy? This boy is exactly what I'm thinking. You know? This boy is no one, but at the same time is someone. So yeah, here is better. Here is much better. You see all these people? You see all these people? This lady here on the left. So yeah. So that is what we need. It is exactly what we need. It is exactly what we need. You see? Do they really have a destination? Well, probably not. Do they appear and disappear? Now, in single player games is a bit easier. Because in single player games, you can have them disappear when the player is not looking at them. Right? And if the player continues to follow one, that guy could probably just enter into a house. Right? Boom. The AI fucked up so much. You know? I really like how they move away. Now, we don't want that many, okay? So I don't want to have 1 million people in the city, but at the same time, between 1 million and 0, you know, I think that we can find a good balance. So that will actually probably be the first one. Villagers, right? Villagers doing whatever. I mean, they can repair a thing, they can do a job, but they can also not do a job. They can just walk between one house and the other, right?
So they can walk between different houses or shops or whatever. So yeah, exactly. A well-hidden entrance. I don't think we can do. I don't think we can do entrances to random dungeons at the moment, but in the future would be good. A storm starts in the middle of the night. I mean weather events, yes, but weather. I think weather we already have. By the way, one day we need to fix weather, huh? But we have weather somehow. I think a gambler will be nice. I think a gambler will be nice in a tavern. Do we have gamblers? You know, if we could have, if we could have gamblers in the tavern play dices or, I mean dice, playing dice or a mini game, I think would be nice with you, right? Dice or cards. That would be very nice. That would be very, very, very nice. We have the mini game, right? We just need to connect it to an NPC. That is not super easy, but it's definitely possible. That is definitely possible. You see that this list is giving me some ideas anyway. Merchant selling stuff. Merchant selling maps. I think it would be cool to have a man of riddles, like someone that is you know, giving you a riddle to solve and is giving you something in exchange. I don't know, but I think random merchants buying stuff is anyway okay. I think also if we could have injured NPC that you have to heal and help, right? But I don't know if that's a great idea. I don't know, because it will become repetitive very, very quickly, right? So the first time you encounter it could be interesting, but then the second time it cannot be interesting anymore, right? Maybe you can help or kill. That could be interesting. But you can help him, and so you can heal him, and he's giving you like a reward, or you can just kill him and take whatever loot he has, right? That could be interesting. Okay, I think that is a good list. There is a good list. There's more than what I can do at the moment, so I think is a good list. I like it. I like the list. So this will be Unreal Engine random encounters. Unreal Engine random encounter. Oh, real mission. What? They are not alphabetically ordered. Why?
Okay, random encounters 5. Okay, random encounters 5. Now that we have these ideas, right? We need to map these ideas to locations, because things happen in our engine only if we have a location. Maybe they could spawn close to an unfinished quest and give a hint. That's interesting, but it's very complex. Because the game doesn't know which hint you need. The game only knows what is in your journal already. So creating an additional hint, I think, would be very, 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 very hard to do. So it's a good idea, but very hard to execute. Okay, let's start with the first one. The first one is villagers walking between houses or shops. Now, here there are a number of problems that you must be by city, because every city has a different network of path points, right? And so if I need to go from one point to another, I don't even know if I can do it, but I can probably generate yeah, but I think I can. I think I can, because I can generate a behavior that is go to shop, you know. The only problem is that I think I cannot generate it based on time. Ah, yes, I can. I can generate it based on time. So, okay. So I can do it. But I need to know in which city I am, right? Because different cities have very different, and also I need to be able to generate them at a specific path point. That is interesting. Should I generate them randomly at a waypoint? Yes. This is the solution to all our problems. Wait a second. Like Hula, you were saying at the beginning, right? You were saying the wedding of waypoints and random generation. Exactly. That's the point. That is exactly the idea. So I need a the only problem is how to choose the path point. Do we name them? We could name them. Ha! But this is breaking the location idea. This is breaking our pattern of location, because in theory we determine a location. Well, there could be an event that is not based on a location. It's based on a that's something I need to think about, because at the moment our events are based on a location, a fixed location, right, in a radius, right? Now, it would be nice to say that a specific random event, instead of taking a location, is taking a list of waypoints. That would be pretty powerful.
That will be very powerful. The problem is... I think we should develop this idea. It's a good idea, but we need to develop it a bit more. So... So we have... So we have pad points, right? I'm in the dummy database, but anyway, we have some pad points here as well, right? Come on. So we have waypoints, right? We have waypoints. And we have pad points, but pad points at the moment we can ignore, right? So I could say if this is my city, right? And I have pad points everywhere, and I have, right? The question could be, yeah, the fog is not helping, but the point is, if this is the city, right? And I have pad points going around, right, between and I have, right, because I have the pad points already. So we have pad points going pretty much in every house. Well, not in every house, but let's say in some of the houses. So we have these navigations done already, right? And our NPC can actually walk in all these places, right? So the question is, how do I specify to the random generator which waypoint I want to have for that particular event type? That's the question. And I don't know the answer at the moment. I don't know the answer. Because in the case of these people, right? In the case of those people, I don't really care. I mean, I can spawn them everywhere except where there are houses, obviously. So I can spawn them in any waypoint. The problem is, how do I know that these waypoints are the waypoints of the city, right? At the moment, unfortunately, the waypoints are divided in... so I need a way to categorize the waypoints, huh? Because at the moment the waypoints are... they only have the sector. They have the sector ID. But the sector ID, unfortunately, is not enough, because the sector ID can also be outside of the city. So if I take sector ID 15, if I take all the waypoints with sector ID 15, I will be also outside of the city, right? Now you may say, who cares, because anyway the NPC would then move inside the city. But yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem. The problem is that the waypoint, I don't have an easy way to identify if these waypoints are available for our villagers to walk. I can do it by sector, but it may be wrong. It may be wrong, but it's probably the only way I can do it. It's probably the only way I can do it. So I need a... Okay, let's assume for a second that we use the sector, right? Which is not perfect, but it's not bad. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. And we say that... And we say that we associate our random event to a sector. So in theory, I will have to change. I think it's a good idea anyway. I think it's a good idea. But wait a second, because I have another problem. Because this works for a city, right? But for the merchants, I will have another problem. No, I need a way to group waypoints by type. I need a way. If I could group these if I could group waypoints, right, by type somehow, and saying all these waypoints belong to Idla City, and all these waypoints belong to Ojaveda Road, Ojaveda Merchant Road, right? If I could do that, then it would be so easy to spawn a merchant on the road, right? Would be so easy. But if I don't know which one are on the road and which ones are not on the road, then it's impossible. So I need a way to group waypoints by area, basically. Now we have a possibility, which is waypoint aliases. Waypoint aliases are associating, I mean, they associate a name, right, to a waypoint. The problem I have with this is that this table is completely separate from the waypoint table, right? And there is nothing that guarantees the consistency between the two. So if I put here my alias random event underscore something, random event underscore road, right? I could do that. This will become like the attributes of the waypoint, but it will not really help me to keep the consistency between these two tables. While we have a waypoint group. And we also have a flags table. What is this waypoint group actually doing? I have no idea. Because maybe we can use the waypoint group that is already there, you know? Waypoint group. Waypoint group. But thank you. Nullable used to be no in PS Legacy. What? I mean, we can see if it's used today. Let's say where waypoint group, where WP group is different than null, right? 0. Lungs seat. I would like to understand how this waypoint group used in the code. If it's just loaded or if it's used for something. Waypoint load group is loaded actually inside group. Is loaded inside group. Create a group. Here seems not to be used. It looks like. Set group. The problem is that group is a bad name. Group is a very bad name. Because it can actually be anything, you know. But it looks like it's not used. It looks like it's not used. No, it seems it's not used anywhere. So it seems that group is available to us. It seems that it's available to us. So we could now, the problem is that this requires kind of a massive job, because we need to then flag all the waypoints in the world, you know. But we could flag them as now the question is, how do you know if a specific okay, wait a second. So we have our events table, right? And we have our location table, events location table, right? And we have our waypoint table. So my idea would be to connect this WP group, which by the way we never used, to connect this WP group so for example, say WP group Idla City, right? WP group Idla City, that's a string. Okay, fine. Now that string could go, I don't know if he needs to go inside event locations or he needs to go inside events. I think he only needs to go inside events. Because here we have an area and here we have an area. I think if I say I think if I say event idler city, right? So we basically put the same name. That would be enough. And basically, I can solve this problem. Now I have to set them manually, yeah. So there is a manual setting inside inside waypoints, but I think that's pretty powerful because it allows me to decide any waypoint in the game. I think it's pretty cool. So I think we should do it this way. Ah, there is someone that answered to the casting call. Hi, I'm responding to your casting call on VO Town. Before I record my audition, I have a few questions. Wait a second. Are you looking for an American or British accent or something else? Also, does this project have any swearing? Assume there is no sexual content, but I wanted to ask. Okay. Hi, Dan. Thanks for your interest in our project. At the moment, I'm streaming. So I will ask him to join maybe. I'm streaming where? I'm streaming on Twitch, playing shift. I'm streaming here. If you want to join and ask questions there, I can answer you by voice. But anyway, we are looking for but anyway, American or British is the same to me. Let's say usually American is easier to understand for non-English speakers, but depends. I don't know. I think our game is PG-13, right? I don't know. What is the rating of our game? I never thought about it, but they say there is no excessive violence or anything else. So I mean, we don't have an official rating. Is a pretty peaceful world, no? Maybe. I mean, there is combat, but I think the combat is not, you know. I don't remember the PG rating, but I think that game PG ratings, but I think that I looked at one time and I realized that we were like PG-13 or something. Right? How do we... Oh my god. Isn't there just a list of what is every level? So 13 is restricted content, so is light use of drugs, alcohol by figures and background, cartoon violence, mild language, gambling simulation, horror theme, and online interactions. While 18 or plus is Indonesia. I don't know why I'm reading Indonesia. But anyway, isn't there a standard freaking system, like United States, United Kingdom, United something. I don't like this PG rating website. But anyway, I think we are we don't have excessive violence and such, so okay, sorry, because the guy asked the question. He's getting off his lunch break now. Oh my god, so what time is it in his location? So he must be in California, yeah. -9. Yes. He must be in California. That's okay. Maybe we found a voice actor. Maybe. Okay, so let's go back to what I was doing. So I got distracted by this message. I know some player who have 9-year-old. Yeah, but that's a problem. In theory, they should not play. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the rule is that your game should be rated by yeah. The point is that it varies country by country. But anyway, we don't have any. We don't have any issues. I think so. So the point is, if we connect these two, right? If you connect this with this, I think we can solve this problem. And I think will be a very smart way to solve it, because basically we can have, I mean, it will solve this problem. It will solve this problem though. Yeah, well. Yeah, but I think it will. It will probably not solve this problem, right? This one not, because but this one, for example, maybe. Yeah, but at least it may work for villagers, it may work for herald, it may work for merchants. So this will already solve 3 of the yeah. Okay. Nice. So should I do it? Yes, I think I should do it. So I should extend events. So when we are loading events, right? When we are loading events, I don't know how I do it now, but basically when I load events, random event load, huh? Let me see 1 second how we do it now. We load the prerequisite, okay. And then we parse the script. But how do we associate... how do we associate the area to the location? I think that's probably done inside the manager when we are trying to spawn. That's possible. Cycle on all defined random events. Okay, it is the first problem, right? It is the first problem because in theory our event is a generic event that can happen anywhere in the city. So it's not, well, we could decide though, yeah, we can decide the number of people. We could decide the number of people and have one event for each of the persons. And this event will, yeah, I think so. So I could have a random event. Yes. I think is in Cache Manager. Is in Cache Manager. Get random event, Cache Manager. Cache Manager. I see. Random event. Preload event locations. Current row. Yeah, because at the moment we have one event per location. So that is basically the way it works. We have one event per location. Or we have a special flag on the location, because you know the problem at the moment is that the code is reading this first, right? So in reality is not like that. In reality is like this. No, but wait. Random event location, no, it's not like that, because it's preloading the location, it's preloading the events, and then for each event is adding the thing where is trying to probably find the location. Let me see. Doesn't care at all. Okay, GG. So each event is an event. Okay, each event is an event. So this is base. Okay. 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 Event in the current day. Schedule a timer with a random event. Schedule a timer with a random event. Trigger. Random event timer trigger. Get okay, so this is the so this is the point, right? Get event locations applicable to this event. So basically we are starting from the event and then we are seeing all the applicable locations. So actually it was like it was, right? So we are cycling on this. We cycle on this. We search all the events that we can run, and then we search for an applicable location for that event, and we schedule it in that location. I think if the event doesn't find any location, then what? Because my idea would be, instead of doing only this, we do also this, right? And we also search for all the applicable waypoints. Maybe we can do it as a second option, right? So if area is not available, we search for WP group. That would be a good idea. So you get the event location applicable to this event, and in fact you see that it's doing a get location event by area, which is fine. Now if it doesn't find anything, does it give an error or not? Ah, look at this. There was already a line of code for that. There was already a line of code for that. So I already had the same idea. Somewhere in the past, I already had the same idea. The only problem is if you don't find any area, what happens? Because in theory at the moment is executing this event in all the possible locations, right? In all the possible locations. So it may happen that the event happens at the same time in 3 different taverns, right? Which I think is a bit weird, but in my case, in this case, what do I want? I want, in this case, I want the, because if I this cycle on all the locations, I think is not a great idea. I think it depends if the event is an exclusive event or is a global event. Yeah, but I understand what this thing is doing. This thing is trying to find at least one location where it may happen, right? But it's not guaranteed. It is not guaranteed. So it may not happen. It may happen in all the location, or it may happen only in one location, right? So I think there should be an exclusive flag, like we said. There should be an exclusive flag on random events. There should be an exclusive flag on random events that is telling us if the event is happening in all the possible locations with a certain percentage, or if it's happening at a given time only in one location. And I don't know if I want to put it as a column or I want to just have a kind of a flag column with all the possible flags, because I think we will add more flags in the future. The weird thing is when the event happens, you haven't a player in the tower. That's impossible because we generated the event only if there are players. You say here minimum players, right? Minimum players 1. So if there is not a player in the surrounding, the event is not generated. Player will never know, but player may assume that it could happen without them, but it doesn't. That is to save memory and computation time. So it's already done that way. So I'm thinking to do 2 things. I'm thinking to add an exclusive flag that allows an event to run only in one place. And I'm thinking, or even better, But let me just understand one thing. If I find 2 locations, let's assume that I find 2 locations, right? Am I really generating it in 2 places? Yes, I think so. Because at that point we generate cycle on all the event operation defining the event. Yeah, absolutely. Now there is a bit of a simple way of thinking, eh? There is a very simple way of thinking, but because basically we have a script that is decided based on time, and those times are anyway always executed. So probably if the NPC died, right, some of those events are not possible anymore, but fine. So what I'm thinking is to add a flag for the number of locations. If number of location is 0, it means all locations. If number of location is 1, means 1 location or more. So basically you have a counter, right? You have a counter. And that will help us because if we have, let's assume that we have the counter, right? We can say cycle on a location. Then after you have executed it in 2 places, you stop, right? Actually, I think it would be nice if that would be a property of the event. If that would be a property of the event. But if I put it inside... if I put it inside the event script... no, it's not a good idea because this one is executed in every location, right? So this XML is used at every location. And I don't think I can have a directive here saying execute it only at this or this location, right? So it should be something that is outside of this. Something is outside of this. So the best place would be a column here in random events. Would be a column in random events, yes. There will be -1 being infinite events and then a number. So in our villagers example, I can put 5 and I can say search for 5 locations. Now the only thing that I don't understand is if I am here, right, and I'm searching for the location and I don't find any, what do I do at the moment? I understand that is happening or is not happening, but if there are no locations, then what? Then we don't do anything. Yeah, we don't do anything. Okay, so I think that first of all, if there are no available locations, we should give an error because is a problem, right? So I want to know if an event is impossible to execute, right? I want to know that. So it is returning what? It is returning a random event location. And a random event location is... come on. And the random event location is an ID. An ID. Okay. An event probability. Because I have the probability there, eh? I have the probability there. I have the probability. Fuck. Hmm. WP. So event location, area type, probably. So because I could say that if this area, okay, I can do it slightly different. Okay, I can do it slightly different. I can say if area is equal to WP, right? Or equal to WP area, even better. Then we go here. So this way, I think that's a much better idea. That's a much better idea. Okay. So okay, I think this works because then it means that we can have our yeah. We can have our okay. Let's do it this way. I think I see the light, boys. I know what to do. Now I know what to do. Took me a bit of time, but now I know what to do. So this is still valid, eh? This check for areas not existing is still valid, okay? So there must be at least one location, right? So if num is equal to 0, right, then we throw an error, right? We throw an error saying that found random generated event without location, right? And yes, and then will be the ID of the event, and then we return because here we cannot do anything. Okay, now if the location of that event is actually WP area, right? So I can say check for WP area locations. This is a special flag that tells us to check the WP SCWP waypoints, the SC waypoints table for applicable locations, right? So we need to say that if our applicable location, yeah, in this case it must be 1 though, because if I have multiple applicable locations, that would be a bit of a mess. If I have let me check 1 second, because if we have idler city and then I have idler city as location, wait, if I have WP area for multiple location, that's a mess. We take only the first one, we completely ignore all the others, because otherwise means that I'm trying to schedule multiple. Yeah, the only problem is now how many events do we schedule though? How many events do we schedule? How many events? Well, there is still the probability, but the problem is that if I do it for every waypoint, is GG. I mean, it's hundreds. So I'm generating hundreds of NPC. We need a way to control that. We need a way to control how many. Probably the only way is to generate, to have a WP area for each. So if I want 10 NPC walking randomly in Idla City, I think I will probably need 10 WP areas then. I will need 10 WP areas where the location is not relevant, huh? Yes, I think we will do it this way. Okay, so in reality we cycle on all the locations because I need yeah. So for each WP area we choose one slot, right? Yes. That's good. That's good. So all of this is fine. All of this is identical with this difference. That event spawn point standard, event spawn point waypoint. So if no, fuck, it doesn't work. Shit. Wait a second. It doesn't work. No, this way it doesn't work. Because basically I will have to say, oh my god, it doesn't work. Because here we are searching for the area, right? On the event. For the area on the event. So this is the problem. That on the event, the area will be Idla City. Right? And on the locations, no, it doesn't work, boys. That way it doesn't work. The only problem is that the probability... No, but the probability... I also have it here. Eh? Why I have the probability on the event and I also have the probability on the location? That I don't know. Because you see that we get the probability on the event, eh? No, on the event what? Ah, we are mixing the two. We are mixing the event probability with the location probability. So certain locations may have a lower probability chance. Okay, but that's fine, because we have the probability also on the event. We have the probability also on the event. So you know what? If I don't know if this should be WP area or this should be Idler City. That I don't understand, right? I cannot get my head around that. I cannot get my head around that. I think we can do this if he doesn't find any locations in the locations table that are specified for this particular name, he's going to search it. He's going to search it there. So in reality, it is like this. Because if we do it from here, we have a bigger problem. We have a bigger problem. Okay, so let's say that we don't find. The only problem is that I will have to define that event as a very specific one. So I will have to call it. So I will have to call. So here it cannot be Idler City here. It's impossible, right? It cannot be Idler City. It will be WP Idler City, okay? So WP Idler City will basically tell our engine that okay, so if we do it like that, this will be WP Idler City. You will search inside event locations and you will not find any, right? You will not find any because there are no WP Idler City in event locations because we don't want to use that. And so here we search for the specific waypoint, right? And based on the probability on the event, yes. Check for WP locations. This is not a special flag. Basically SC waypoints dot WP group must be equal to random event events area. Right? So what we need to do, we need to go and search if there are waypoints where. Now, how do I do this check though? Because this check, I don't know if there is a navigation, I don't know if there is a way to organize our waypoints by, because it's similar to the waypoint by alias, but it's not exactly the waypoint by alias. It's the waypoint by WP group. So I need to go. Wait. I need to go in network manager, right? I need to go in waypoint, whatever.
What is that? Come on, where is the network? There is a path network. There is a path network manager or something like that. No. There was. I'm not seeing it. Okay, one second. Path network, right? Path network. It's under admin manager. Path network. Path network. PS path network waypoint. Where are we? We are inside waypoint. Yeah, I would like to get the next. I would like to get waypoints by get random edge. No. No. Yeah, PS path network, exactly. It's under utils. GG, under utils. Okay. PS path networks is under utils actually for whatever reason. So we need a function that returns find the index for the given group name. Find the index for the given group name. What the fuck? Let me see if this one is used anyway. Find random waypoint. Group. Ay. Seems the group is used already. It seems that it's used somehow. Find waypoint group. Huh? What? Are we really using the group then? Waypoint group names. Uh-oh. Waypoint groups, huh? Add waypoint to group. But I don't understand all these functions, what the hell they are doing. The group to search in. You know that what I think is that we are using the group as the sector. But no, because the sector is here. So I don't understand. Wait a second. Let me try. Okay, let me try one thing, because I think I'm missing some knowledge here. I'm missing some knowledge if we are already using the group for anything. For anything today, because if you are using group already for something, like for example grouping by sector or grouping by whatever, then we may have a problem because we need another flag. We cannot use group. I would just call it WP. I will call it event. I will call it event area. I think it was I was in the middle of. Yeah. I think I understand better what I need to do, but it's not very straightforward, you know, in terms of reasoning.
I mean, it takes a lot of time to get into it again. Ouch. I think it takes a lot of time to put my head again into this problem. But I think I have I mean, I know what I want to do. But I need to find how. So I know what, but I don't know how yet. Am I loading NPC or not? I am, huh? So I want to see if, when the NPC are moving, I'm getting... well, in theory, even if they are not moving... Even if they are not moving, I could check... yeah, I'm just breakpointing everything because I need just this thing to breakpoint somewhere. Seems he doesn't care actually. Seems that my NPC is not moving. Why? Why we are not breaking anywhere? That's a problem. Where did the guy go? Ah, he's still here. Didn't move an inch. Didn't move an inch. Why? Okay. I mean, NPC worked. We're working perfectly. Why now that I need him to move? It doesn't move. Yeah, he's enabled. Yes, he is enabled. So it seems that the tribe manager. It seems the tribe manager is not. Is not having him move for whatever reason. Or I'm not passing through any of those points, but seems strange though, because all this is I mean, I can add more breakpoints, but we should go through this. Oh, finally we found one. Find nearest waypoint. So the first thing I want to check is if these waypoints have any group associated. Now you see the group is empty. The group is empty and the alias is empty. So we are actually using this function, find nearest waypoint. And we are not using the one with the group. Find random waypoint. Find random waypoint. There seems to be one with groups and another without groups. Find waypoint group. Find waypoint group. Group index. Find random waypoint group index. Yeah, but he's doing it but without groups, basically. It seems that this part of groups is never used, at least in our example. Waypoint groups. Yeah, he's never using this. So I think we can safely assume that at the moment group is empty. The only problem I see is that waypoints are not really organized by sector, or they are not I mean, they have a flag sector, but if I want to extract all the waypoints of a group or all the waypoints of a sector, then I think I need to iterate on it. I'm a bit concerned that I ported some of this function from the old code to the new code without porting the sector info. I don't know, I have this feeling. Let me check. Let me search for this function. I'm still searching. Okay. Yeah. Yes, in fact, here sector was actually used, so yeah. Now, it was only to calculate the distance, so in reality, it's not that bad. Because this was also to calculate the distance. It was not a filter, even if distance sector. Yeah, reality is okay. Because it was only to warp the space for sectors which we had in the old game, and new game doesn't exist anymore. So actually this fine waypoint is okay. Yeah, the only problem is that is cycling. I mean, is iterating through all the waypoints, right? To find one. And this could be a performance problem. This could be a performance problem. I mean, we don't have millions of waypoints, but I mean, we have thousands though. But I mean, it's still reasonable, but I'm thinking if it would be better to group them somehow in different hash tables by sector, because usually we know. But okay, that's another optimization. I don't want to do it now. But the point is that we basically need a function that is retrieving. You know what is the bad part of that? Is that group is a string, but I think it gets converted into an index, huh? Yeah, it gets converted into an index. It gets converted into an index, which is a great idea. So we are searching the index by So originally the groups are grouped by Yeah, so it's okay. They are put into an array. And then we use the index to access. So actually is the index that is put into the... So we can compare by idea. We can compare by... I'm just learning the code at the moment. I'm trying to learn the code a bit. I'm trying to learn the way it works to be sure that what I'm doing is correct. Because I don't want to... do it and then redo it. I prefer to take more time thinking at the beginning and doing it right? What is this group thingy? I don't know if I fully understand this syntax, but is so is creating an iterator for waypoint that has a filter which is the waypoint group of group. What? So it's an iterator of an iterator. What does it what does this means exactly? I know that I wrote this code, but I don't remember why. So waypoint group is our T array of strings that is representing the specific, the list of groups by name, and group is the actual ID, right? So we are getting, so waypoint groups is an array of f string, right? Yes, exactly. It's an array of f strings. So the point is that, but I don't understand what it means to create an iterator of a string. I think this code is wrong. I think this code is completely fucked. I think this code is fucked. And probably is never used at the moment, but I think it's wrong. I think it's been ported wrong. Because it doesn't make any sense to create an iterator of a string. I mean, in this context. But yes, it's doing the same here. Because this is an array of strings, and we are getting the array of strings, and we are passing it into the waypoint iterator, right? So it's like if my waypoint iterator is organized by strings, but is not. I mean, this is I mean, yes, we have the group inside of it, but I don't think that piece of code will ever work. Because how does the waypoint know? Well, unless he has an operator equal based on group. As an operator, he has an operator equal based on waypoint. And he has an operator on location. But nah, this part I think is fucked, boys. This part I think is fucked. I think this part is fucked. If I call... I think if I try to call this function with group, it will not work, I think. I can try, I can try to call find random waypoint. We need to call it on the path network. So the path network needs to be initialized, right? So we need to be after I think we have a bunch of tests, which is actually all the initialization. Let me see. We have a bunch of tests and we have a bunch of other tests. And I think bunch of other tests was executed after, yes, after everything is loaded. So here in theory I should have everything loaded already. But we are not calling it, huh? And by the way, this is after game mode, init mode. I don't know if I have the path network already, because the path network is actually the admin. Well, the admin manager is on. The admin manager is on, yes, but I think that the admin manager is initialized in the begin play. Oh my god. Wait. I think it's in the... or in the init game, whatever it is. Spawn manager. Yeah. Spawn manager is fine, but
Wait a second. Wait a second. Yeah, in begin play, exactly here. Exactly, yeah. So, yeah. Well, I can... Well, or I put it here 1 second and then I remove it. Maybe that's the best idea. Because... let me try. So if we do here, if we do admin manager get pan network, find random waypoint, and then we use and then we use the syntax with the group. For example, we say group 1, right? Because we know that we already have, we at least have 1, right? And I don't care about anything else. I don't care about anything else. Sector can be null, I don't know. We don't really care about this. Right, we only care of executing this line. Now, I hope that find random waypoint. I hope that find random waypoint is not checking the sector in any way. Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah, I want to execute this function and say, in theory, this waypoint group is loaded. So it should do something. But I think that this function is not doing what it should do. That is my idea. Because it seems to iterate, but it's iterating based on a string, and the string... I don't know, unless the string is... I mean, unless the group is considered a location, but it's pretty bad to iterate on... And even if this happens, right? I don't know. This part of the code is a bit obscure to me. So we need to test it to actually understand what it does. Because we need something similar. We need it to work on group, but I really would like him to iterate on group ID, so on the integer, then on the string, right? Because if you have to string compare for thousands of waypoints is a very bad idea. Is a very bad idea. Okay, so here we have our group. Our group is 1, right? Our waypoint group is 0 though. Strange that our waypoint group is 0, because our waypoint group, I mean, we have at least one group in our waypoint, is what we have seen, right? No, there was a production. We don't have in okay, we don't have in test. So I can add it. I can add it. Yes. Okay, fine. So under SC waypoints, in the dummy database. Yeah, you see, waypoint group is always empty. So I will say that this is WP idler city. And let me say that I want the same also maybe on, I don't know, this guy and this guy, right? Not all of them, but some of them, right? Now, if I launch this again, now the waypoint group should be there, hopefully.
Yeah, the problem is that I need to call it with 0, not with 1, because otherwise it will crash. Right? Because it's 0 base, the array is 0 base, so. Is anyone still alive on the other side, boys, or not? Is anyone still alive? No, huh? It's okay. If anyone is still alive, say alive! No one is saying alive. Pity. I think the question is if we really want to generate a new name differently every time. That is something that I don't fully understand if we want to do it or not. Okay, we generated our iterator. It actually worked. Huh. Ah, you are alive, Ulla. Nice. You cannot help, no. I will fix it, like everything else I fixed. I'm just trying to understand. Yeah, by the way, this thing works. I don't understand how, but this thing works. So how is it possible that... How is it possible that it's iterating on group? I don't understand. I don't understand this line, but it works. So we are creating an iterator, right? We are creating an iterator and on array, but actually it's an array of waypoints. And waypoint, the only thing that is strange to me is that waypoint, the way it is designed, it doesn't have the equal operator on the group. It has it on the location, right? So if he has it on the location, then how the hell is it possible it works on group? It is what I don't understand. But I don't know, if it works, I'm fine. I don't understand, unless the location is the same as the group, but I don't think so. Because if I check my iterator here, I have 3 objects and location name is idla 10. Is definitely not WP, you know, the thing that I'm getting out of this. Wait. Waypoint groups of group. Wait. Waypoint groups of group 0. Waypoint groups is returning one group with 3 objects. So we are iterating on the result. Because the group has the... Okay, because the group... so it's waypoint groups that we are iterating. So, okay. Waypoint groups is an array of an array or something. It's an array of an array. Okay, so it's correct then. So then he's correct. Yes, he's correct. Okay, so it's very, very good. So the objects are already grouped by... ID. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. Perfect. So we need a fun. So, okay, so the only thing that we need a function that is actually getting a random waypoint in a group regardless of distance, right? Yes, because here is doing it by distance, but we don't care about distance. So I don't know if I want to put that into random generated events or I want to put it here inside path network. Because actually it's a bit of a weird function for path network, but in reality it is. It is part of path network. So maybe I can put it here and say I think I will do this. Look, I will do this. I will do find random waypoint in group. Okay, and I will say that this is used only by, right? I will say hello. I will say used only by random event generator to pick a random waypoint inside a group, right? And I think the only thing that we need is the group name, and we don't need anything else. And this function will be fairly similar to the one above, that we find the group index, and it is super quick because it's just yeah. So we find the index of the group, and then with the index of the group we create the same iterator as we did here, right? And we iterate on so we iterate on this, so it is iterate on all waypoints part of this group ID. And we want, no, wait, we can do it even simpler than that. We can randomize, yeah, exactly. We can just randomize a waypoint part of this group ID. So we can just say that wait, we can just say that where was that? Come on. It was waypoint group off, right? This. So this is doing what we need. So this is doing, so this waypoint groups is already returning a TRA of waypoint pointer, which are our potential waypoints, right? And what? Okay. And what the fuck? Now that I stopped, he liked it. Okay, anyway. And so we get all our waypoints. Now, the only thing that we need to know is the sides, right? So we need to randomize. We need to randomize. What is that? F-rand or rand, randing range, rand whatever. Rand int, rand range, rand range int, right? So we go between 0 and the waypoints num -1, right? Okay. And then we just return it, and that's it. And then we just return. What is the problem he is having here? No suitable constructor exists to convert T-array waypoint pointer to T-array waypoint pointer. Pointer. What? I mean, this? Holy shit, why? There is a pointer to an array. It's kind of scary. Kind of scary. Can I get the array or? Yeah, I think I can. Do you think he's copying it? Yeah. What is I mean, I can also get it as a pointer. The only question I have is that I need the number of objects, and then I need to be able to access the waypoints, get, and because if I do this, I think it would not allow me to. No? Yeah, exactly. So if I do it like this, it's fine. If I do it like this, it's fine, huh? So we are dereferencing the, because this is actually an array pointer of waypoint pointer. So so we are dereferencing it, and hopefully this is getting, and hopefully this is correct. I hope so. Anyway, okay, so this function is just giving us a random waypoint in the group, which is exactly what we want, right? We want our NPC to start from a random point in the network, right? And by the way, let me just check if I checked in the stuff we did yesterday, because I'm not completely sure, huh? No, I didn't. And I didn't put in, wait, I didn't put in this. I didn't put in the fixes that I did. Because I want to do
I want to do the check-in so that I can go back in case I'm making a mess. That's fine. Okay, so this will be fixes to mail functionality. Okay, and we get all of that in. Fantastic. Now I want to check in the stuff that we did yesterday. So the home worlds, only the home worlds. Okay, we did home worlds, Enki, Klyros, and home world screens for Enki, Klyros, and Nolthrir. Okay, and we check that in. Okay, now we can work on our new thing without, yeah, so we can go back in case something bad happens, you know? What time is it? It's after midnight already, shit. We didn't do a lot tonight, but we got, you know, the theory in place, which is the important part. But unfortunately, yeah. We didn't, I mean, I can go on like 10 minutes more, but no more than 10 minutes. Okay, so the idea is that we have this function now, which is allowing us to find a random waypoint in a group, right? And so we would like, when we are in random event manager, so check if waypoint location, check the for waypoint location where the SC waypoint group equal to random area event. So we need to extract at least one, right? We need to extract at least one. Now, the problem is if that is 0, right? Because if that is 0, so if there are no waypoints, then what we do? We return null, eh? So if waypoints num is less than 1, then we return null pointer. Eh? If waypoint num is less than 1, we return null pointer. If not, we return a random point. Okay, that's fine. So from here, what do? I check. I think I can directly call that function. Yeah, I think so. I think I can call, I think I can do the same thing that we were doing here, so I can remove this line now. I think we can do admin manager get path network, find random waypoint in group, right? Where the group is equal to my random event area. So basically this line is this line, right? Now if this is null, then we are really in trouble, because it means that, so if this is not valid,
right? If this is not valid, then there's nothing we can do. Because it means that we tried all possible ways to find a location to spawn the event, but we didn't find it. So in this case, we just return an error, right? Okay. So let's say that I have my. Let's say that I have my. Okay, now in random events, right? In random events location, I only have tavern. Okay, perfect. But in random events, let me add a new one, right? That is 2, and is my WP Idla City. Okay, and I think we will do the same. 12 12 probability 100, so it happens for sure. Next event 1, next event 1. Player proximity. Now player proximity, yes, player proximity is still the case, huh? Yes, for sure. And prerequisite is null. Prerequisite is null. And now the script, time second 0, spawn NPC. Okay, let's copy the same thing. I think it's fine for now. Let's copy the same. Let's copy the same thing. Let's copy the same thing. So, okay. Okay, so now we have the WP Idla City. So if I launch my server, right? And yes, if I launch my server and I go here and I debug here, we can see the boot don't want to see the stream. What do you mean? Ah, the bot. I removed all the bots. I think this may still be bots, but I'm not sure, you know. Yeah. Now, the only question is the player proximity. Do we want to have a player proximity or not? Because yeah, I think we want to. I think we want, otherwise completely useless. We don't want NPC to just run around with no one they can see them, right? Makes no sense. So but basically now, just to summarize what I did, okay? To summarize what I did, I decided to have the possibility to spawn an NPC on a waypoint randomized within a group, okay? And the group is something that we can decide ourselves, right? So we can decide, for example, that there is a waypoint called Hydla Square, and we can select 10 waypoints there, and the events will happen only inside those 10 waypoints, right? Which I think is very powerful. It's very powerful. It's very, very powerful. It's something that we can use for a bunch of stuff. It's exactly the way it should have been designed. Now, it's not working yet, but there is not a lot of code needed, because we basically have everything already. It's just to put together the pieces. So at the moment, I'm just putting together the different pieces. But yes, because boot is a shoes. It's like shoe is a shoe. Why is not happening? Why is not happening? Because there are no players. What? Uh-oh. No. The player proximity, we check it here. No, the player proximity is after. Why? Is that it happened now? It happened now. Okay. It happened now. So we are searching WP Idla City, right? And here we will not find it because what? We found it? Are you serious? How did we found it? It's impossible. Bro, we found tavern. Get location event by area, and you are returning tavern? What? What are you saying? What? You crazy or what? We are entering with WP Idla City, okay? And we are searching for get random event locations, okay? And we find only one that is actually the tavern, okay? But this one does not have event area equal to area, right? It does not. So this will return. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I am so stupid, stupid boy. Stupid boy. Yeah, the problem is that we are doing it by string. Oh my god. There is a string comparison. There is a string comparison on all the locations that we have in the game. So and we do it every time we trigger. We do it every time we trigger. I think this line is pretty bad. We should store the possible locations on the trigger once, and then when we execute it again, you know, don't do this, because this is annoying. I don't know how many locations we will have, but I guess we will have maybe 100, 200. and doing every time this check for everything that is triggering in the game. Well, it's only 200, I mean it's not a million, but we are like string comparing, you know, hundreds of time, well, thousands and thousands of time. I mean, not for nothing, but yeah. So I think I may cache this. Let me put a you fix me. So I think we should cache this string search. I think it's not a good idea to do it this way. I mean, it's okay for now, but it's an optimization definitely we can do. Or we do the same thing that we are doing with the rest of the code. So at least we change it to a group index, and group index is just an ID, and then we search by ID. So we don't have to compare strings all the time. Because, you know, things piles up. Things piles up. I mean, you think there is nothing, say, who cares, you know? But then when you start to have hundreds of events, you know, happening, this will get executed thousands and thousands of time, and I mean, it's not thousands a second, no. It's maybe thousands every minute, but still. Okay, we just need to wait that this is triggered. And see if now the only complexity of this is that the player needs to be in a 15 meters range, right? Which maybe is a bit too little. Yeah, I think that would be good if we could upgrade this range maybe to 50 meters for the waypoint ones, right? Because okay, triggered. So now this one will return 0 exactly, and now we search for the waypoints, and we should be able to get at least one waypoint. Yes, we got 3 waypoints, and now we're going to randomize, and we decided number 1, and so we are returning number 1, and so now we have our waypoint location, right? And this, okay, so this is good. This is good. Now the question is, how do I transform this to be an applicable location, right? Because what I need is to transform that into an applicable location. So basically I need to create a new random event location, right? So we need to say random event location, random location equal to new of this, and I don't know if we have a constructor. Yeah, we have a constructor, but no, we don't. And then we say random location of what? So the ID, we don't really care, because the ID is something that we generated on the fly ourselves, and I think is probably never used, so we can even leave it empty. I don't think it's relevant. I don't think it's relevant. So the only thing that is relevant for us is X, Y, and Z and probability. But probability, I think we just set it as 100%. Because in this case, we don't have an indication of the probability. So we use the event probability instead, right? So that one we stay at 100. Now, what we really need is log X, log Y, and log Z. Because these are the locations of our waypoint location, right? So I assume that here I have my location dot X or whatever. No, I have my location, right? My waypoint position. Wow, it's kind of complex, but fine. Right. Okay. So we have our X, Y, and Z. That is what we will use later on. So because here, let me see what we use, right? But we use the event probability, which we set. We use the location X, Y, and Z, and then we use the radius. I don't think we use anything else. Yeah. So the radius we have it because we have the radius of the waypoint. The radius of the waypoint. Wait a second. The radius. Ay. No, okay. No, we don't use the radius. We use the radius? We use the radius here. Because we are searching a navigable point in a given radius. So this will be the radius of the radius of the location. In this case, we don't have a radius of the location. We have a radius of the waypoint. Yeah, I think the only way for us is to use the location. Yeah. We should use the radius of the waypoint, and that's fine. That's fine. Now, yeah, it's okay. It's perfect, actually. It's not just okay, it's perfect. Okay, so now we have the location and the radius in, and we just need to add, right, this random location to our waypoint, to our applicable locations. So we'll say applicable locations, add random location. So that now, when we go here, the code will just work as expected without any trouble, right? So this is just a trick to say to reuse that code, and I think it will be fine. I think we can try to test it. So basically what this test will do, it should spawn an NPC in one of those 3 points, assuming that I am at, let's say, 50 meters. I am at 50 meters range, right? I think is what it should happen. So if I launch the server, I launch the client. Now we will have to document this because otherwise I will forget very quickly. But we need to document the fact that we can use the... I don't know if maybe I should put this picture into the documentation, but probably no. Probably I can just explain it, saying that if basically for every event, you know, we are searching for an area that is equal to the location given. If he's not finding, searching in the waypoints, and then he's randomizing between all the existing waypoints. Okay, so now we are in range, right? Well, we are in range, I don't know, depends where we spawn. Okay, it's obviously night, just to help, okay. And I think it triggered. No, it didn't trigger yet. Okay, so if I'm here, I'm for sure I'm within 50 meters from those spawn points, okay? I'm surely within. So we want to see that this is triggering, and it will trigger. We want to see that this is getting one element. Okay, so it's triggered now. We are going into applicable whatever. The probability is that is happening. Okay, I will let it go. I will let it go and see what happens. I will let it go. It didn't happen though. I mean, there should be an NPC here somewhere, but it didn't happen. It did not happen. I think it did not, in theory, or here, right? Because we said, what did we say? We said the 10, we said 10, 20, 30, right? 10, 20, 30, so it's not that. Come on. So this is 10. This is 20. I don't know where is 30 though. Ah, probably is that one. 30 is that one. Yes. So in one of these 3 points. Uh-oh. Okay, let me see. We timed out, but let me see what is doing, right? But I think it's working okay. I just don't know why we are not spawning the guy, but in theory it's perfectly fine. Event location, right? So event location is 197,621. 197,621. You see, is this waypoint here. So he actually picked the proper waypoint. He picked the proper waypoint. Then okay, he's checking for players. And now I disconnected, so probably this one will not. Yeah. Now we have no prerequisites, right? So... Okay. Okay, let me try to reconnect again. I want to do the test again. Because I think it should work. I just need to understand what is the problem. But I think it should work already. Widget come just when you stop. Hello. What? When you stop, hello. What are you saying, man? What are you saying? Okay, so in theory should trigger again. Somehow, I think we can skip all the checks and just see if it's triggering. But it should trigger. It should trigger. Unless I did something stupid, but it should trigger. Okay, let me check. So this is working. This is working. This is working. Is happening through. Location is correct. That is fine. Ah, we don't have the right number of players. Okay, so he's not finding me in range for whatever reason. Let me see. He's not finding me in range. 189 player proximity. Random event 15. No, I said 50. Why 15? I said 50. Why is taking 15 meters? Random event. Tavern. No, tavern. This is the other. This is the other event. This is the other event. This is the other event, so we don't care about this one. Yeah. It's triggering the other one at the moment. Okay, now it's triggering the right one. Because it triggers both, obviously. So... yeah, now the players are 0 because obviously I timed out. Fuck! Okay, so it's not very easy to test because we need to be connected at the right time. I said hello to a jet. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we want this trigger within 50 meters, okay? It should be there or here or there. So I think I'm way within 50 meters here. I can put 100 meters maybe, I don't know. Okay, let's wait just 1 minute because I put it in a way that every minute is actually triggering. So is okay, it's triggering now. Okay, that is the right one that we want to... by the way, I think I should move this breakpoint here. So it's a bit quicker. Players. Empty again. Why? We are not within range, boys. We are not within range. Okay, let's skip this and assume that we are in range. Then... yeah, we timed out. Jesus. Okay. We are not in range for whatever reason, which is kind of strange because the 50 meters, I mean, I can do 100 meters, but why? I think there is something broken somewhere because 50 meters is a lot, huh? 50 meters is really a lot. Let's do 100 meters and see, but it's kind of strange. It should trigger. It should really trigger. And that's meters because we multiply by 100, so is meters. 100 Ah, because I'm a game master. And I'm excluding game masters. Okay, I forgot that. I forgot that. We are excluding game masters, boys. Yes. We are excluding game masters. Because the event do not happen for game masters. Fine. Okay. I have to remember that when we do our tests. I have to remember that. Now, if I set myself to player, I think it should be okay. I don't think, or not. No, I think not. I think we need to skip that check. I think we need to skip that check because it will not work otherwise. Game Master don't trigger events. That's the way it is. So I was for sure I was in 50 meters. It's just that pretty sure I was within 50 meters. Okay, we just need to wait the trigger and then we check. Okay, we trigger. Let me just check if it's the tavern. Yeah, it is the tavern, so we don't care. Okay, now we are in the right range. So I will just keep the... I will just keep this check, okay? I will just keep it. Fuck. I think it didn't work. Because we see no NPC in range. We see no NPC in range, huh? Let me see if I set me player. If I set me player, if it detects me as... But no, something else is happening. So there is something else that is not... You know, I think I can add a verbose flag to events so that we see a bit better what happens, because at the moment we are a bit in the dark. Okay, Idla City. So which waypoint we selected, I have no idea. We skip this check. Let me just check the others, but prerequisite failed. Prerequisite failed. Why? We don't have any prerequisite. I removed all the prerequisites, right? I think probably we never tested with an empty prerequisite. Yeah. A prerequisite is empty, but it seems that our code is stupid enough and is trying to... You see this random event prerequisite? Prerequisite is actually null. And he's trying to... How could he run this code? Because I skipped that check and I skipped also... Oh my god. Wait. I have to skip here, not skip players. Yeah. No, I need the play. No, I need. Oh my god. Okay, I need. But this code is wrong. This code will crash 100%. This code will crash 100%. So if this is not valid, we should skip this piece of code completely. So if this is not a thing, right? Compliant becomes automatically true. Else, you know, we check all the players. But we should check all the players only if the prerequisite is valid, obviously. Yeah, but now it's too late, boys. I went over any possible time, so tomorrow I have a lot of stuff to do. So anyway, we decided a strategy, which is good. We decided what to do and how to do it a bit. We decided, yes, at least for a few of these elements, so the villagers, the herald probably, and the merchants, I think for these three, we can cover it with this case. And I think we have a way forward, right? We have a way forward. We just need to make this code a bit more robust, because as you can see, yeah, we should just make this thing a bit more solid, this code, but I think this will be tomorrow. Okay, so I have to go. Have a good night. See you tomorrow. Meanwhile, if you want to click on follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube, that will help us. And also, if you want to check our Patreon site, is patreon.com/planeshift. You can join and get access to the alpha today. Actually, right now. Ah, we have a new Patreon. We were 56, now we are 57. Nice. It's always nice to see new Patreons. Okay, so see you. Bye bye. See you tomorrow evening, 9:30 my time. If all goes well, I will be here. Bye.